Alright, so I just got this up from the mold, and what I'm trying to do is just strike it so it is as round as possible. So it's kind of like a hammered coin. It gets a little bit, let me try it right there. And it went right in my pocket, can you believe it? Got a little bit of a thing on it there. I'm just going to try to hit it there. You can see it's getting round. I'm going to do some sand molding. Try to. Yeah, it's pretty much round now. What do you think? Pretty cool? Got some dimples in it. I'm going to try to get. The middle now, since I've got my shape. Some of them I just leave odd. Okay, no cracks yet. Got one dimple, I just can't get rid of it, which I'll just leave it. I'll polish one side, and then the other side I'll leave just brushed. Still round, it's getting rounder. You kind of got to judge where to hit it and how hard to hit it. Yeah, that was too far toward the edge, but it really didn't hurt it. Try to bring that out a little bit. See, that's where I shouldn't have hit. Brought it out to a point. See if I can fill it in. I just got in from church. I'm going to finish up a ring. Ray Sawyer over at Metal Detecting Unlimited, I posted one of my spoon rings with the simulated Spanish coin on there, and he says, "Boy, I like that." I said, "Well, hey, let me know what size ring finger you got, and I'll send you one." So I have ready to attach. Got a bead of solder here, and then on the coin. Said his finger was a size 9. I don't have a mandrel. I might make one. They're cheap enough on Amazon, I don't know. But it's size 9. So I think I pretty much... size 9 is 2 inches circumference and 1/3. So better a little loose than too... yeah, that's probably a little too big, but I think I better leave it that way. Well, let me strike this up here, and we'll set it like that. Whoops! Sometimes I don't set very well with those two beads of solder on there. That's silver solder. It's kind of pricey, but it really sticks. But you got to use the right kind of flux. I tell you, I guess I mentioned I had to call the company. I said, "How do you get this stuff to flow and fix?" He says, "Well, you got to buy this stuff." So I did. I bet it's going to slide off there. Run out of gas. These things will recharge. Once the bead heats up, it'll sink there. And I'll try to slide it over. There it goes. Let me see if I can move it over just a little. There it goes. Sets really fast. About 430 on that solder temp melting. Oops, I think we're too far. Use up a little more there. We'll try that. We'll let that set. And we'll see what we got. So this is the type of flatware that we usually dig at most sites, except for the pewter, which pewter is a whole different thing. Most of it's from 1700s, maybe early 1800s. There's probably a mark on here, but yeah, I don't know. You can see it's silver plated, and it looks copperish, which this is what they call nickel silver. It's 60% copper, 20% nickel, and then the rest is zinc. And it's quite sturdy. But this is what I do to make the rings. I go ahead and cut the bowl off. And so I'll take this with these cutters, kind of score it. Stuff's tough. My hands aren't strong enough to put those through it, and then just snap it off. So this is a piece we're going to be working with. It's all cold bend with me. I mean, I suppose I could take it out there and heat it, and you could work with it better. And of course, this is going to be too long to go around a finger. But I usually start right there at this here. And these are made specifically for metalwork. They don't have grips, so you want to make sure you get a pair of pliers that are smooth and won't leave teeth marks. And then I have a pair of pliers, a regular pair that I've ground the gripping off, the grips off of them down. They're smooth, so they don't leave marks. And so I get hold of it there. Well, let's start up here is what I meant to do. And I'll take these here and get hold of it. And then this is not a hard bend. I think it must have a different alloy on this one. Some of this stuff, oh man, it's just tough. And so we'll get our loop. Oh yeah, this is easy to work with. I'm not sure what we've got here. Maybe it'll break on us. Some of it is just, man. So we'll probably bring this on around. And you also, these slip open so you can do your, tighten your loops up with them easily enough. And you just got to work with it. See, that's obviously real cruddy. But just keep working with it. Try to bend it just very small. These are a little big to work with when you do this. I do have a pair of longer nosed. These work pretty well. And so just keep working it until I get to where I want it. Just very slowly work up. And see, we're getting round there. And it fits my finger. And this will be cut so it comes inside of this here. And I always start out big, and then I probably have to cut it several times just to make sure it doesn't end up too small. And you got to bend it a little bit to keep it in line. You want it centered with the large end. Now, this is an easy piece to work with. I'm not sure what alloy this is. Maybe it's a higher copper content. As you can see, we have to work with the shape a little bit, so this is where we usually open these up and then come in on here a little bit. Well, let me see if I can bring this under. So we'll have to cut that again. And we'll probably take this down over. You push that back. Take this down and over, like so, and bring this up on that. And there you got your basic shape. Let me pinch this here a little bit. Okay, so there I've worked with it. As you can see, I've gotten it pretty round. It fits my finger. This finger, the knuckle's bigger, so I have trouble there. And it'll be cleaned. It can be cleaned, and then we'll. It fits. This fits my finger there, as you can see. And this will be soldered here where it joins, and then it'll have something soldered onto it. So we're going to go in here and get all the wind. Wind gives us a little salvation from the heat today. And a few things here. It's a fitting I dug up. Whether to save it or not. Make something out of it. Got several projects going here. Old Hector here, I had to get the blades off. Nice place for my ice pack. I'm sure it's nice and cold now. I got the blade on, I just got to tighten it up. So I got to get the other one off and get it sharpened. Get down here and see if I can get this one loose. The breaker bar with the socket on that fits it. For some reason I can't locate it. Quite a bit, so they're not really hard to get off. I've just been using the pipe wrench. I can take them loose from the top. And the blade drops down. Drop the deck. Get a little room to get in there. It's a 15 to 16 socket to hold the blade. And there she goes. And we'll pull it back up and give us enough room to get it out. I keep my blades really sharp. It's just the way I am. They're so sharp that it barely pulls the motor down when I go through even heavy grass. This one's not real bad. The other one I actually hit something. There's a piece of rock, and I'm not sure how I got into it, but I did. There's the nut. It's a little jiggle usually. Just a little stubborn. And there it is. Shafted on. Believe it or not, I keep these greased, but you can see, boy, it's gotten pretty dry already. A little spinner here. Yeah, that's not bad necks. This is a mulching blade. As you can see, it's sharp all the way across both ways. So that will serve us very nicely, the mulching here. So it's nice and sharp. Get a little bit of grease and put on there. And there you go. We'll get it bolted back in. Bushings on this one seem to stay in, the other one will just drop out. On this side they seem to stay in. see what you're doing. Drop it. Never had these come loose recently. It's like several years ago they came loose. Like 25 years I just can get them on tight. And we'll go over here and set it. She needs oil. She's 22 years old, so she uses a lot of oil. It's got a main seal leak, but I keep her going. That's just what I'll do. Alright, so there's this side. I keep this just to keep the blade disengaged. Everything's so worn over the years. We've just got it cobbled up to make it work. I need a new zip tie. I keep a zip tie on it to keep that thing from getting away. I don't think it needs gas. Yeah, it needs gas. She actually has 120 volts on it. It has a 120 volt LED lamp in the front, right there. Let me close this up so I can get down there. I put a little inverter on it, wired it to the battery, right there. Where is it? Yeah, right. Inverter there, kind of rigged up. See where it's plugged in there? And it comes off the 12, turns into 120. Runs that really bright bulb. It's so neat at night and it's cheap. If you have to buy a 12 volt LED that's really bright, it just costs a fortune for a good one. Oh, almost. Alright, come on. Too hot to be out here very long. He's going to be out here all day. No, I'm not. Oh, I hit it. See if we hit the middle of it. Let's hold it up there, the tack fell out. Oh, yes. Nope. Upside down. Let me fire the Terminator and we'll quit. Go like the wind. Oh, yeah. All right. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed our first episode.